You know when zombie goes ooh before the map intros are done, you know something's up, and something is up. Watch that mini-map, guys. Spawning here in the bottom left corner of the map from Neurosoft is going to be the red Protoss player Welmu.
In the top right of the blue Protoss, it is liquid MaNa.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton, etc. I can't say that I know that this will work versus not work against a player like MaNa. Because MaNa is the type of Protoss player, we got giddy for this series because we see him usually play the late game. We usually see him get to the Colossus, etc., etc. I have no idea how well he's going to fend this off, but like all proxy gateways, whether it's for Zealots or whether it's for Stalkers, the key way to hold this off is to scout it early.
Yeah. Sometimes that is even enough, though. Desra literally scouted Huck's, like, 9 pylon or something. Like, in his base, or in his natural, and still didn't hold it off correctly, and it was a 2-gate. But it is, like, 2 gates have actually fallen into fashion. It's usually the 1 gate inside an X-Core.
Yeah.
It's actually not what it's gonna be. Seems to be preparing for a gateway.
Okay, well, MaNa, are you gonna see this, buddy? Are you gonna see this? He will scout this.
Oh, he totally sees it.
Great scout from MaNa.
Okay, it's gonna be Cyber X-Core.
This is a big deal. Like, I really don't want to undersell this. This is a big deal to catch this early.
Yeah. But like I said, it's possible you could still, you know, fudge it up. I don't think you will, though. It's just like... Oh, it is a double gateway. Oh, it's maybe double gateway and Cyber X-Core. Something we've also been seeing.
It's usually, it's usually gateway, cybercore, gateway. He took the gas. It's going to be a cybercore, but it's just...
right.
I think he was a little bit worried about the pylon, maybe. My best guess, so just puts this down so we can start building rather than worry about the pylon building after. But cybercore for both. MaNa, I mean, he matches the production of this. I kind of feel like he's going to be okay. The thing is, he doesn't have to cut probes from this, so already he's up 2 workers.
Yeah. And, you know, obviously he's going to have his mothership core over here. Welmu probably not even going to invest into one until later anyways.
Ooh, Welmu. Actually, I really like this pylon on the high ground. It's going to take a while to kill. Vision. But yeah, exactly. High ground vision is going to be everything when it comes to these stalker fights.
Yeah. The probe would only last so long, really. And, you know, does MaNa even see that proxy pylon? No, it's not. This Zealot will discover it, though, of course. And Militia Core, actually, not started immediately. The Stalker was started before. I'm actually surprised he's still continuing to make probes.
These double chrono stalkers.
I feel like, you know, now it's like...
That chrono, I feel, is going to be like such an edge. Like, why is MaNa not using his own, right? Like, there we go. Now chronoing out 1 stalker.
He's just going to try and match production. I mean, usually what we see is we see someone try, like, you know, hold on until the cannon comes. And even that isn't, like, quite enough. But this doesn't seem like the right move either.
He's got a lot more workers. Like, it looks weird to pull these, but he's actually still matching income right now.
Yeah, it's very important that you only carry, like, you know, half of them over here, because you still need mining. You still want to be producing stuff, and you know what? He takes all of them. This might not be the right move.
Yes, you don't pull all of them. 3 stalkers to 3, 2s. If you know what, here's the problem, right? Like, stalkers are obviously what you want to have a lot of. If you can get an extra zealot over your opponent, though, usually that's what gives you a big edge.
Welmu. Oh. Well, that's one bad thing about putting the pylon on here. I
think Welmu knows this too, but he's starting to lose the stalker fight, so it might not matter.
Yeah, pretty hardcore.
All it takes is 1 snowball. If the Zealot can connect, it's going to do a lot of damage, but that's a big... Yeah, playing right around the Rosie right now. This is looking better for MaNa as time goes on. No Mothership Core was ever made because I think he knew it would get sniped off by the Stalkers. There's no way that was going to sit in the corner for long enough to get that energy for the Photon Overcharge, but as we see, both players now starting to invest in the Zealots. It's all about trying to get 1 Zealot in the mix.
You figure, like, mathematically, like, MaNa has more probes. He's matching her production, so he'll have, you know... Same production and a couple of probes to pull in case of emergency. So
it just takes 1 bad engagement though for this to get thrown.
It does. Like either way, 1 bad engagement, it's thrown. But Welmu obviously having a lot of trouble here. He's about to be supply blocked. Yeah, 22 to 18. He
can't really afford to make a pylon if he wants to keep up this production. But
exactly.
He has to is the problem, right? Like, so maybe he waits for these last couple stalkers to come out and goes for like 1 big push. But MaNa's held this really nicely. And like I said, guys, the reason scouting this is such a big deal is you have to get that 2nd gateway down. There's no way you do what MaNa's doing right now with only 1 gateway.
It's just not, I think Welmu's gonna have to GG. You know,
it was a bold move. I mean, this could have won the game. Obviously didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, he might take a stalker lead here in the fight. Oh, maybe not. Good control here on MaNa. The longer you keep the stalkers out of combat, of course, is 10 seconds, then the shield start regenerating. But, oh, not quite long enough. Oh, but he keeps it alive with 2 health. Loses the other stalker. Still 2 stalkers to 1. And this is, I just feel like all but over at this point. MaNa's got 19 workers. He's been building probes behind this. It's just...
Yeah. And from 16 back up to 20. Welmu's trying to produce probes too, but...
Dang, Group A might be over in like less than an hour at this rate.
Yeah.
But okay,
Yeah,
game
sure.
number 1 goes to Liquid MaNa. By the way, big shout out to MaNa. He and Welmu were both invited to the tournament, but MaNa was invited because he got to the qualifying rounds a couple times during the actual qualifiers and just barely didn't make it in the end. So I'm glad to see him performing well, but here's the thing. Like, Welmu is kind of like on and off the best foreigner sometimes. It sounds funny to say, but do you remember when he killed like the MC's team in the Easter Team Strike Cup where like all killed or
Oh, I
whatever?
do. That was a while ago.
Yeah, so I mean, like, he'll have days like that where he'll kill 5 Koreans, 5 up, 5 down, no problem. And then they'll have days like where he struggles against players like MaNa. But a lot of this comes down to the matchup, you would say. You know, PvP, it's a mirror, blah, blah, blah. But Welmu's actually classically been really good at PvP.
Yep.
So that first game is hardly anything to judge. Mostly just based off the fact that MaNa, you know, he held off cheese. What it came down to, pure and simple.
Yeah. Always pretty... You kind of put yourself in a demanding position where you're the aggressor. Even if it doesn't work out, maybe they're a little, you know, on edge after that. Maybe. Player slot. Player slot.
I know. Hang on. Calm.
Just making sure. I'm just making sure.
Calm.
I am calm.
Combi grub.
If I was actually angry, I'd be like, player slot. Player slot!
There's enough to